Hello my style squad, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to talk about how to mix prints. I know you guys have been requesting for quite some time that I make this video, so I'm so excited to finally talk about how to mix prints with you, just because I really feel it's an easy and fun way to really mix up a look and make it look fresh and modern and a little bit playful as well. So I'm going to give you 5 tips on ways you can mix prints in your outfit so that you can have a little bit more fun in your closet. Now, as we jump into this video, the one thing I want to say is that not all people are going to love the idea of mixing prints, or if you do, everyone's comfort threshold for how quirky they want the mixed print to look is going to vary based on your comfort level with print and color to begin with. So there's no right or wrong. If you don't like something or it seems too extreme to you, that's okay. Just dial it back a little bit with these principles that I'm going to talk about and find something that you personally feel great in. So the first thing you want to take into consideration when mixing print is scale. For mixing prints, you want to make sure that you have 2 prints that are different sizes. The reason I say this is because if I were to pair a print with something like my jacket, let's say for example, if I were to pair it with something that was just as large as the prints on like the shoulders and stuff here, it's going to make my outfit seem too busy and there's not really going to be a focal point for the eye in my outfit. So for that reason, you want to pick a print that might be a little bit larger like this, but then you want to pair it with a print that is a little bit smaller and maybe tighter in scale. So again, the eye has a certain area to look at or can see that these prints are 2 separate entities within your outfit. Doing this will just ensure that you get a little bit more harmony in your outfit. There will be a little bit more balance as well. So scale of prints is the first tip. Now, the second tip to mixing prints is color. Now, when you're putting together a print, you'd want to make sure that the prints have one common color threaded between them. So you could have something really crazy like this jacket, let's say for example, and I could pair it with something that also has a lot of crazy colors in it that have nothing to do with what's going on in this jacket for most part. But as long as I have one color in common, that's all I need to create harmony and make it look a little bit more cohesive when they're paired together. So even if you're using, I don't know, let's say camo pants, whether we'll go with like a warmer based one that has more of the greens and browns in it, I could pull the brown from the camo pant and pull it up into the rest of the outfit in a printed top with that brown, and the brown might be black and brown. Actually, I think I have an outfit that's like that. I'll see if I can find the picture. I'll link it somewhere here in the video. But again, as long as you have that one common thread of color running through an outfit, it's totally fine. So if you've ever looked at a editorial spread in a magazine, let's say like by Vogue or Harper's Bazaar or I don't know, whatever, sometimes, and I know you guys have had this experience, you see a spread and it looks like the outfit they've put together makes absolutely 0 sense. It doesn't look like anyone would wear it because the colors are all over the place. If you actually look and dissect that outfit, the stylist strategically has pulled common threads or colors through the outfit. So although the individual pieces at a first glance may not make sense together, that stylist has strategically pulled the colors together in that look to make that outfit take place. Obviously, that's a more creative example, right? And that's for a certain type of personality. But as long as you're doing it with something that you feel comfortable with in your closet, even if it's just 2 pieces, it's still gonna look great. Another tip with mixing prints is to use accessories. I think a lot of times people can get overwhelmed with the idea of mixing prints because you feel like you have to do like a top and a bottom or a dress maybe and a jacket or whatever. You're thinking of larger clothing garments you have to use in order to mix print. And you don't have to go that big right away if you want. Maybe use a scarf, let's say, for example, that has a beautiful polka dot in it. And maybe pair that with, I don't know, a striped blazer or a striped t-shirt. Or maybe you're wearing that polka dot scarf and maybe the whole outfit's neutral, but maybe you've got a leopard print belt that you also paired somewhere in your outfit. I mean, that can look really cool, right? As long as you've got, again, the scale difference and the one color in common between those 2 prints, you're totally fine. It doesn't always have to be a clothing garment when you're mixing prints. So use your accessories, use your shoes, your belts, your bags, your earrings, your necklaces, whatever, and help mix print that way if that feels more comfortable to you because it's on a smaller scale as well. The next tip for mixing prints is to ground your outfit with neutrals. Now, I am all for color, but I find with prints as a general rule, they look really good when grounded with a neutral. So you don't have to follow this rule. Like I said, it can depend on how bold you want to be, but sometimes if you're mixing a lot of prints, toning down the look with a neutral of some kind, whether it's black, gray, navy, beige, cream, whatever, will help just settle the outfit a little bit so it looks a little bit more cohesive and doesn't make it so crazy and bold, or doesn't make you feel like you're so on display when you step out during the day. Or maybe you're experimenting with prints the very first time and you've got this fabulous combination, let's say for a shirt and a slack that looks really beautiful together, but you're still feeling maybe a little bit self-conscious because maybe you're not quite sure whether you're ready to be that bold. Sometimes using a neutral in a jacket, let's say it's a denim jacket or a black blazer or a navy blazer, I don't know, some outer shell that you could put over top of the mixed prints, doing that will again help tone down the outfit. It'll take some of that vibrancy away from your mixed prints. It tones it down just a little bit, and that might help you start wearing prints outside of the house in a way that feels a little bit more comfortable to you. And then when you start getting used to the idea of mixing prints and become more confident in your skill and ability to do so, then maybe you'll forego that neutral piece and just rock it as is. Another tip for mixing prints that I like is to combine geometric and curved prints together. Now, this is just a personal preference. It's not a hard and fast rule. I just always think it looks nice to put a curved print like floral, let's say, for example, or polka dot even, and combining that against something more geometric like stripes or plaid or, you know, whatever, something that's a little bit more linear. I find the combination, again, between those two prints often creates a lot of harmony. Again, it's not a hard and fast rule. You can certainly put two linear or geometric prints together or two very curved prints together, again, as long as the scale and color thing's in check there. But I just like, personally, that combination. I find it tends to look really nice when you're blending those two worlds together. So it's just a generic tip of mine, but I recommend experimenting with it a little bit because I honestly think you'll probably like it. And then the last tip for mixing prints that I have is to start simple. Again, this will come down to where your comfort threshold is at, but sometimes I feel when people start mixing prints, they're a little bit hesitant because they don't know if they're doing it right, or again, they may have a certain comfort threshold with color. So maybe start small. Start with just neutral prints. If that is more your wheelhouse, if you want to start off with mixing black and white together, just in various different prints, then do that. If you have another kind of neutral print, maybe in brown or in navies or whatever, navy and white, let's say, for example, then start there if that's where your comfort level is at. You don't have to go to some of these outrageous, bold, mixed prints outfits that you see in a lot of color for runway or street style during fashion week or whatever. Start and meet yourself where you're at. And if you find that you're drawn to incorporating color and you want to go a little bit bolder from there once you feel like you've nailed that, or you're just feeling more comfortable with that, then honor how you feel. Step into it. I mean, hey, at the end of the day, it's just clothes. If you don't like what you came up with or you don't really feel like it's you, then just take it off and come up with a different look. Anyway, my angels, that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you do experiment with any of the mixed prints, please tag me on Instagram. I would love to see your looks. I love when you guys tag me on Instagram for some of the outfits you've been putting together. I just think it looks so fab. I love seeing you guys get all dolled up. Yeah, it just totally makes my day. But if you liked this video, then please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and hit that little red subscribe button down below. And other than that, my angels, I love you to the moon and back, and I will see you again very soon. Mwah. See ya.